Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Officers Adda 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I am with you with the area of Advanced Business and Financial Management. Today, I'll be talking about the area of, we were continuing with the area of organizing, so I'm going to talk about more questions relating to organizing today. So, let's move on and talk about the particular area there. Right? Okay, so before we proceed further, what is organizing exactly? If I define the term organizing, it can be stated as something which relates to the area of arranging all the resources which are required to gather the data which is required for doing the work. You decide what we are going to do. We are going to look forward towards organizing. That is, we'll be arranging the resources. We'll start with the execution of the process there, and then we will look forward towards executing it. That is, once we have decided the skeleton of the organization, which position will be there, whose position will be there, and then we will put those people into that particular position and we will look forward to it further. So in this case, the first thing that can happen here is that we will prepare the books of accounts in such a way that we are having that first of all we are looking forward towards the structure of the organization. How do we look forward towards the structure of the organization? First is divisional structure. If we talk about divisional structure, it's going to be like there is a managing director of the organization. Then there are certain things. For example, let me give you the example there in terms of structures. We have two kinds of structures. First is divisional, second is functional. Right? If I talk about functional structure, it is the structure that relates to the area of functions of the organization. For example, HR department, accounts department. Then we have the area of HR, accounts, finance department is also there, production department. Then we have the area of sales, advertising. All these different wings are formed in the organization. When we have all these things already settled, that is a functional organization. It works that way. Then we have something called divisional structure. If we talk about the divisional structure, this particular structure is used when the size of the organization is quite big and the organization is looking forward towards multiple products. So functional structure refers to the structure where there is only one particular product and they are just having different departments, while divisional structure can be stated as a particular method in which they will look forward towards the area of organization where they have the MD there and they are looking forward to different workings there. For example, we have cosmetics, we have garments, we have footwear, we have skincare, we have medicines. These are umbrella organizations which has multiple areas. So what they'll do is, first of all, they will create a different companies, and when they create different companies and they, for example, just looking at garment section, under garment section they have HR, under cosmetics they will also have HR. Under marketing of garments would be done, marketing of cosmetics would be done, but this won't be done together. That means the garment industry having the marketing would be different from the cosmetic industry marketing. So the marketing wing of both the organization would be different. Function would be same, but the organizations are going to do different workings altogether. And then we have footwear, then we have skincare, research and development is there, then we have medicine. All these different set of workings are defined under divisional structure. So under divisional structure, what do they do? Under divisional structure, they will be having different sort of brands under which they are working, right? So this is all about the functional and divisional structure in an organization structure. If I'm talking about organization structure, can you see when we talk about organization structures, strongly about the organization structure, I can say that when we talk about organization structure here, it is the particular plan in which we are going to keep the things in the organization. That's how I'm going to keep the things, right? So that is what we can state here. And then point there, which of the following is not a feature of the formal organization? First is formal organization, informal organization. There are different types of organization structure. Under formal organization structure, it specifies the relationships among various job positions. The standards of behavior of employees are evolved from group norms. It is deliberately designed by the top management. It places less emphasis on interpersonal relationships among the employees. Which of the following is not a feature of formal organization? If I look at formal organization, it's an organization which arises out of organization structure. We determine the way through which we are working. So in this case, it is a structure that comes out of, it is basically something that is deliberately designed by the organization, but in such a way that the standards of the behavior are evolved from the group norms. नहीं अच्छा, which is not a feature na. Overall, what is feature of a formal organization? It specifies the relationship among the job positions. That is true. It will specify the relationship. Then it is deliberately designed. The top management designs it, and it places less emphasis on interpersonal relationships. It doesn't work on a person's personal issue or his way of working. It talks about the organization and organizational way of working. So in this case, the one point is clear when we talk about which of the following is not a feature of formal organization. It is something which defines group norms. Group norms are there in terms of informal organization. Okay? So this is a part of informal organization. Okay, here comes the next point. Aman runs a factory wherein the wherein he manufactures leather shoes. The business is doing well and it intends to expand the diversify or the leather business there, leather bags as well as leather jackets. Which of the fall organization structure would be recommended when he wants to expand his organization? When we're looking forward towards expansion of his organization, what is it that this person should take care of it? See, is this particular thing related to different types of products? If different types of products is there, then so it makes sense. What does make sense? That we have different companies for that, you know. But if the products are of same thing, they are all made up of leather. So how does it matter? For example, Woodland provides shoes. Woodland provides multiple formal things there, you know. So then in this case, they have a lineage, lines of working there, defined. Right? So in this case, what's happening is they have a specific separate line only, then you you create a new company. If it is the same old company, same particular things are being sold, then we will not create a new one. So will it be divisional, will it be functional, or both, or none? In this case, it's gonna be a functional structure because leather is still the same, na? So it's gonna be functional structure. Then, due to proper organizing and division of work, Soliac Limited goes from systematic assignment of jobs among the employees. Which importance of organizing is highlighted here? Benefits of specialization, clarity in working relationships, adaptation to change, or effective administration. Due to proper organizing and division of work, if we are looking forward towards proper organizing and division of work, what will happen? When we have defined what kind of working are we going to do, how are we going to do, then what will happen? Ultimately, you will do a specific thing, I will do a different thing. We have defined way of working. When we have defined way of working, then what will happen? Then we will take care of the work in such a way that if I do a particular thing, I will do it on a continuous basis, isn't it? That means I'm going to do repetition of it. If I keep on repeating the work, I become specialized in it. So in this case, the answer would be the benefits of specialization. Right? The answer is benefits of specialization. Next point. Armani Limited is pursuing diversified activities which require a high degree of specialization. Ultimately, the workforce is required to be very specialized, because if I am dealing in premium products, that is not FMCG. So the premium products requires the particular person to be very careful about the working, because premium good is basically a separate lineage altogether. The attraction of those kind of products is very different from the normal ones. So we have to identify the type of structure that should be followed by Armani Limited. Functional, divisional, decentralized, or informal. So in this case, what would be the answer? Since they are making it very specialized, it is gonna be functional, because it is their specific product, not products. So when we have divisional, and when do we have functional? Functional and divisional, what's the difference? Functional and divisional. Functional is basically something which I can say which has only one product, and divisional has multiple products. The next question. Damara Limited is basically engaged in manufacturing television. The target is given to produce 500 TVs a day. There is an occupational specialization because you are constantly just making TVs. So there is no duplication of efforts of organization. Identify the type of structure that is described. Okay, the most important thing is here to find out the particular situation would be, are they manufacturing only televisions, or are they doing anything else as well? It is just producing one particular product or multiple products. In this case, the organization is producing just one product. They are not producing multiple products. So in this case, the correct answer would be functional structure. When they would be looking forward towards a different product as well, if they would say they were there is one line producing this and the next line producing that, if there's a difference, then it would be considered that way, right? So the correct answer here would be functional structure. Authority granted to an employee should be more than the responsibility entrusted to him, less than the responsibility entrusted to him, equal to the responsibility entrusted to him, or all of the above. When we look at authority granted, what do you mean by the term authority granted? Authority granted can be the power that we are giving to someone to make decisions. So in this case, authority is going to be more than responsibility, authority is going to be less than responsibility, or authority should be equal to responsibility, or all of these are correct. As such, all these are basically children of delegation, sharing of power with the lower levels. So if we're talking about delegation, authority has to be more than responsibility, then the person will exploit the other person. It's obvious, because he has more power. When authority is less than responsibility, in that case, what will happen is, then the person will be a mere puppet. And when both are equal, then it will be treated as what? This is where that is ideal situation, because then accountability can also be established. So in this case, the correct answer would be equal to the responsibility entrusted in him. Basically, it can be stated well. There was a particular movie of Spider-Man in which one of his uncles, Uncle Ben, states that with great power comes great responsibility. If there were kingdoms in our country, the kings also took up the responsibilities of their people as well. For example, if you look at Maharaja Ranjit Singh, or if you look at the Jhansi Ki Rani as well. So all these, if we go into the Indian history even, you will find if they were interested with power, they took the responsibility of their kingdom as well. The problem arises when the particular person has more power than his responsibility. That is something that happened with countries like Germany. Adolf Hitler was given immense level of authority, while the people weren't really answerable to for the situations that were happening. So technically, what Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Officers Adda 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I am with you with the area of Advanced Business and Financial Management. Today, I'll be talking about the area of, we were continuing with the area of organizing, so I'm going to talk about more questions relating to organizing today. So, let's move on and talk about the particular area there. Right? Okay, so before we proceed further, that is described. Okay, the most important thing is here to find out the particular situation would be, are they manufacturing only televisions or are they doing anything else as well? It is just producing one particular product or multiple products. In this case, the organization is producing just one product. You know, they are not producing multiple products. So in this case, the correct answer would be functional structure. When they would be looking forward towards a different product as well, if they would say they were there is one line producing this and the next line producing that, if there's a difference, then it would be considered that way, right? So the correct answer here would be functional structure. Authority granted to an employee should be more than the responsibility entrusted to him, less than the responsibility entrusted to him, equal to the responsibility entrusted to him, or all of the above. When we look at authority granted, what do you mean by the term authority granted? Authority granted can be the power that we are giving to someone to make decisions. So in this case, authority is going to be more than responsibility, authority is going to be less than responsibility, or authority should be equal to responsibility, or all of these are correct. As such, all these are basically children of delegation, sharing of power with the lower levels. So if we're talking about delegation, authority has to be more than responsibility, then the person will exploit the other person. It's obvious, because he has more power. When authority is less than responsibility, in that case, what will happen is, then the person will be a mere puppet. And when both are equal, then it will be treated as what? This is where that is ideal situation, because then accountability can also be established. So in this case, the correct answer would be equal to the responsibility entrusted in him. Basically, it can be stated well. There was a particular movie of Spider-Man in which one of his uncles, Uncle Ben, states that with great power comes great responsibility. If there were kingdoms in our country, the kings also took up the responsibilities of their people as well. For example, if you look at Maharaja Ranjit Singh, or if you look at the Jhansi Ki Rani as well. So all these, if we go into the Indian history even, you will find if they were interested with power, they took the responsibility of their kingdom as well. The problem arises when the particular person has more power than his responsibility. That is something that happened with countries like Germany. Adolf Hitler was given immense level of authority, while the people weren't really answerable to for the situations that were happening. So technically, what was happening in this scenario was he was having more benefits. So ultimately, that turns into an exploitative organization. Okay. Next, which of the following statements is true? The fifth criterion of ethisphere is leadership, innovation, and reputation. It is often shared responsibility among the officers and following cascades. Achha, this is a little area of ethics there. So since that is not a part of it, then we'll be skipping this question. Which of the following statements is true? Which is true? So you'll have to find the true answer only. Managers who engage in controlling activity, watch, evaluate, when needed, suggest corrective action. These kind of organizations exist and they are called free rein. The manager will enter only when he feels there is a need. Otherwise, he will let them play. He will let them do whatever they want to do. Traditional control model suggests that controlling is a three-step process. Planning provides the basis for control process by providing the standards for performance against which the managers compare the organizational activities. Okay, I hope now it would be visible. All the points are visible now, right? In this case, see, controlling was never a two-step process, three-step process. It's way more than that. Ideally, there are 4 to 5 steps. So in this case, 1 and 3 are definitely correct. So planning gives the particular base to control. Now, acha, you are going wrong. How do you find out you are going wrong? You have a plan and you are not working as per plan. That is where you have to work. So it's gonna be 1 and 3. So the correct answer is B. Okay? So this is the correct answer. Now let's move on to the next point. In this case, what are they saying? They are saying that in which situation the divisional structure in such situation, when situation the divisional structure happens to be appropriate, where the number of major products is more than one, where the size of the organization is quite large, both A and B, while primarily only one product is sold. Divisional structures are created when you have a big organization with multiple products and even your size is also large. It is not something where the organization is a very small organization and can have divisional structure. For example, I think we have talked about division structure in the last class as well. If I talk about HUL, it has Ponds and it has Dove as well. Dove has another line. It has got shampoos, it has got lotions, and it has got a soap as well. Now Dove has also opened a baby products as well. Baby products for the kids are also available under Dove. So this means they created one specific brand overall which works on its own. Maggie, Nestle had a particular product, Maggie, but they also have chocolates, they also have milk powder, they also have multiple products. But then one particular product went well, so under the brand name of Maggie, ketchup, under the brand name of Maggie, they created the magic masala, they created pasta, they created sauces. That means one particular brand name, but divisional structure of Maggie is different from other products in Nestle. So the organization has to be extraordinarily big. Only then we will determine different products to be a part of it altogether, right? So that's the difference between divisional and functional structure. Acha, now the next point. What is the benefit of satisfying demands of the workers? Acha, this is more or less a part of the chapter number 1 units there, na? When we were talking about industrialization. To create a positive working environment among workers, to maintain financial records of the organization, to design marketing strategies, or to monitor the production process. Over the period of time, now earlier when people were looking forward to, if you look at the classical theories, old school theories were like we need production. That means we need to have industrialization. If we need to have industrialization, then what will happen? For industrialization, we need to make sure that we are producing something in the industry which is huge in quantity. So we want something which is huge in quantity, good in number. The people were obsessed with that. So when the production was focused only towards large scale, other things became invalid. So then after a certain period of time, they decided that, see, the point is you have to treat humans like humans, because everybody is not going to be the same every single day. A person gets tired, he gets physically, he would say he can be physically drained, he can be unwell, he can be mentally unwell, right? The stress obviously takes up your output as well. So when all these things are happening, so humans really tend to have a lot of problem. So when they do have problems, what do they do about it? So when they are having problems, then their output will definitely fall. So we'll have to make sure that we are fulfilling their demands. This is something which you can relate to the area of motivation as well. Till the time organization is not providing a particular reason to motivate the person, why would he give the work his maximum output there? So to get the maximum output, we will have to provide a positive environment. So all these things play a very important role in your overall organization culture, but also towards the area of the productivity of the persons there as well. So this is the entire portion relating to the organizing, right? So I think in the next class we'll be starting with the area of staffing. So, but before we move forward to that, I hope you remember the second week has started, and at this point of time, you have got roughly the second week has started. I think at this point of time, 21st of August is the last date to fill up the form. That means you have got roughly 2 weeks left, including this week. So after the completion of this week, the late fees is going to increase further. I think it is right now 100 rupees per week. So in this week only, it is rupees 100 rupees additional, and then it is going to increase further. So if you're looking forward to it, then kindly register yourself as early as possible, so that you don't have to worry about that. And at the same time, you should do it as early as possible. Only then you will get the centers of your choice. Otherwise, you may face problems related to your examination center, right? So before we move towards the end of this particular session, if you have already started studying, that's really good. If you haven't started studying yet, what you can do is you can go through our website. What you can do is you can go through our website, that is www.adda247.com. Here currently we are providing mahapacks and on double validity. Then what are these mahapacks? If you go through the mahapacks, you will find we provide JIB as well as CIB. In this mahapack, you're getting both. You will get it for 12 plus 12, 24 months. You will have to pay for 12 months. You can get it for 24 months.
Good morning,
And
everyone.
that too
Welcome
at
to
81% discount if you use the code JC80, and it would be 11,577.
On the website,
you will find a particular area of JIB as well as CIB, that is JIB and CIB. Under this, you have your CIB November 2023 area. That means the CIB Mahapack is covered, which would include our current batches that are going on, the future batches that would be coming up, revision and case studies and whatnot. All those things are already covered. And along with that, we are also coming up with mini marathons, mega marathons. Plus, we'll be also adding the area of practice paper. Along with that, doubt sessions for second and fourth Saturday. Everything will be provided to you in this particular area. What you can do is you can click on the area of English medium, and you will get our course for CIB there. Okay, so you can take up the particular course there for 4799.80. You just have to click on the area of buy now, and you will be able to get this particular series for after getting 81% discount. 300 hours of online classes, 22 test series as well as ebooks are covered. But if you're looking forward towards covering your electives as well, then take up the CIB Kamaha pack. You will be getting 7367.40 rupees in this particular area. But look at this, it is for 12 months. The validity was, you will just purchase it for 6, you'll get 12 months. Otherwise, if you'll pay for 12, you will get for 24 months. What else are we covering in the Mahapack? You are getting all the elective papers, be it rural banking, HRM, IT, then digital banking, risk management, central banking, all are covered in this. So if you're looking forward to it, it already includes 92 mocks, everyone. And all these things are available for you. This particular Mahapack will include test series, case studies, exam focused revision classes, video classes in one place. You can review any video n number of times. There is no limit to it for how many times you can review a particular video there, right? So in this area, you are also covering case studies. We are giving 15 plus batches of all these things are available. Then CIB lectures, PDFs will also be available for you. Tests would be available, full length tests are available for you. So if you're looking forward to it, then kindly check it out. As if I talk about 2.0 now, why do we call it 2.0? All these 4 features were added recently, so that you can look forward towards the studies in more extensive manner. So if you're looking forward to it, you can check it out on our website or in our app, as this particular offer will be ending soon. So if you're looking forward to it, then kindly check it out on our website or in our app for further details. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll be meeting tomorrow.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Offices Adda 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I am with you with the area of ABFM, that is Advanced Business and Financial Management. So today I'm going to talk about the area of organizing. Organizing is a part of Module A, so we'll be talking about that in detail. Right, so we'll be talking about that. When we talk about organizing, what exactly is organizing? Organizing is a process of arranging the things that are required to basically implement the plan, right? This is the next step after the plan. So when we have a plan and we want to implement it, we have to make sure that it is working up for us. So in this case, what will we do is we will make sure that in this particular process, we are looking forward towards the completion of the goal. So let's talk about it. Acha, here comes the first question. The first question says that which of the following does not constitute as a part of the process of organizing. As I told you, it is basically the first level after planning. So first of all, we plan and then we start implementing. We arrange all the things that are required, then we put all those things to work, and then when those things are put to work, then we get something out of it, isn't it? So in this case, which of the following does not constitute part of the process? Is it report establishing? Is it determining who will be responsible for the particular activity? Is it specializing or dividing and assigning work? When we talk about this now, which of the following does not constitute? It is not a part of the process. The first thing would be, we arrange the things, we classify the duties, we prepare the organization structure under organizing. So in this case, the correct answer would be specializing. When we put things into different departments, D for division of work and D for departmentalization. In organizing, you will find two things, that is division of work, and based upon this you will find departmentalization. But when you do something so many times, what will happen? If I do something every single day, then I become specialized in it. The day I become specialized in it, that is where I would be able to reap my efforts, right? Then that is where the organizing helps the organization altogether to have a specialization, a specialized unit, a specialized function, a specialized set of people whom they can develop based upon their curriculum that they will build up in terms of their training, in terms of their functions, everything that we look forward to. Then comes part of this process involves organizing the activities into categories according to their product lines. Acha, what happens is where companies like HUL, Hindustan Unilever Limited, then Procter and Gamble, then ITC, then Coke, Pepsi. These are more or less umbrella organizations. They have multiple brands covered under them, right? So when they have multiple brands, so what do? Do they create a new company and then they work, or they just create everything under one company? I think when I look at it, when I go back to the past, I used to think pata hai that just like Coke and Pepsi are competitors, Thumbs Up, 7-Up, Sprite, these are all multiple competitors of these brands. But now if you just look at the label of all these things, you will find that if one particular brand, say 7-Up is under Pepsi, then Sprite is under Coke. These are basically just something that is creating an illusion in the mind of the people. Ultimately, they are bought by those companies, but these companies do not put the ads of these products at the same time. That means when they are dealing with it, they create a separate product with separate functioning. So there is functional structure, divisional hierarchy, organization with official standing, and official group or organization. The organization which has a basically divisional hierarchy. Divisional hierarchy means product based hierarchy. You have product 1, product 2, product 3, everything is there. That is why they create a divisional hierarchy. Next point, it is possible to delegate the decision making power to individuals at lower levels. This is known as, when we see, the point is, if I have a power, then what will happen with that power? I will share it with my lower levels. Till that time, how will they work? Ultimately, I'll have to share the power now. I'll also have to give them the power. Ultimately, till that time, I don't provide them the power. How will they work? It is possible to delegate decision making power to individuals at lower levels. This is known as assignment of responsibility, centralization, decentralization, or none of the preceding options. It is possible to delegate. Yeah, it is possible to delegate. When we look forward to it, when you are doing it with multiple people, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the different levels, and these levels are sharing the power. when they are sharing, it is called decentralization. Okay. So correct answer is decentralization. Next point, the expression span of management refers to the scope of manager's duties and responsibilities, responsibility of a manager, maximum number of direct subordinates that can be effectively managed by a single supervisor, or none of the preceding options. To explain this particular process, what happens is, let me give you an example there. Do you know, in terms of Twitter, Elon Musk has bought Twitter. When he bought Twitter, he bought this particular organization in such a way that he removed most of the managers. Twitter earlier had a system of, if there are 3 people, there's 1 manager. Then for another 3 people, there's another manager. And then for these 3 managers, there is another manager. So they used to have multiple managers who used to manage more sub-managers. So what he did was, as soon as he introduced, he removed all those managers from in between. He said that one particular person can handle more than 3 people easily. So what he did was, under one manager there would be multiple people, and ultimately so many managers were removed. This particular example is related to span of management. How many people can one particular person handle under him is called span of management. So in this case the correct answer is C. The maximum number of direct subordinates, not indirect, but direct subordinates that can effectively be managed are called span of management. This particular concept is called span of management. Okay, here comes the next question. Okay, the question is hidden a bit, so I hope it's visible now. The preservation of one's right to make decisions, extending into new territories. When we talk about centralization, what is centralization? The simplest way to explain centralization is keeping the power at the center. Right? So we are going to preserve that I am going to take the decisions, extending it to new territories. Division and categorization are different levels. The spread of decision making power throughout the organization. In this case, the correct answer is preservation of one's right. I am not going to share my power with someone else. It's just only and only mine power. That is what they call in this area the preservation of one's right to make decisions. Acha, here comes the next question. Manohar was given a task by his superior to prepare a plan within 20 days. He was given 20 days to prepare a plan. He asked 2 of his subordinates to work on the aspect with him. One of the subordinates met with an accident and could not complete the work. Who is answerable for this task? It doesn't matter. Always remember, it doesn't matter to whom you are sub-delegating the work. If you were given the work initially, then ultimately you are answerable. What are you doing? What exactly you are not doing? That is something that you will have to clearly specify, that I was not able to do this work. The responsible person is me, not the subordinate which was supposed to do the work for me again. If he is not doing the work, then I have to finish it off. So Manohar is accountable. Then Manohar's subordinate is responsible. Manohar's superior is responsible, or none of them is responsible. Accountability always remains with that particular person. Always remember, delegation has 3 kids. Delegation has 3 kids. First is delegation 3 kids are accountability, authority, and responsibility. Authority can be shared. Accountability, not really. Responsibility, just to an extent. That means if I give you to do something, then you will be answerable to me. I won't ask anybody else, because if I ask you, you will say, "Nahi, I had told that person," or "I had told that person." I'll say, "Sir, I had a word with you. Now kindly provide me the answer there." So in this case, the accountability will still remain with you, whatever the other people are doing. So in this case, Manohar is still accountable. That is why managers normally face problems, because they are doing their task, but sometimes the subordinates do not work properly. So the Manohar is accountable on this. Okay, here comes the next question. Authority can be delegated by a manager to subordinate, which means a granting of authority to the subordinate to operate within prescribed limits. Responsibility is the obligation of a subordinate to properly perform the assigned duty. Accountability implies the answerable
for the outcome. Okay, so this is the entire portion. They have 2 points there. I believe I'll go with this as the assertion and this one is the reasoning. Take it, the responsibility part. So what will you do? What would be the answer in this case? As I told you, authority is the power, then responsibility is the obligation to do that particular thing, and then accountability is answerability. Authority can be delegated, which means granting of authority to the subordinate in terms of prescribed limit, while responsibility is the obligation, and yeah, all these things are correct. Acha, this question is still incomplete, but as such, if I talk about it, authority can be delegated, that is correct. Then responsibility is an obligation, it is also correct. Accountability is the answerability, so that is also correct. So I'll go for both. This, since the assertion and the reasoning is not really clear, so I will go with that. All these three statements are correct. Okay? So kindly take this question as all these three statements are correct. Here comes the next question. Then comes identify the correct sequence of steps involved in the organizing process. Departmentalization, identification of work, establishing reporting relationships, assignment of duties. Based upon this, if I give you the brief, you can go through the remaining points, but let me give you a brief of what exactly organizing is. Under organizing, first of all, you look at the plan. Okay, first thing is looking at the plan. Then what you do is you have to identify the work. That means what are the different tasks that you are supposed to do. Then what you do is you put them into different departments, and everybody is given specific duty, and then ultimately you will say that who is answerable to whom, right? Everybody is answerable to a certain person, so you will have to find that who is answerable to whom ultimately. So in this case, the correct answer would be C, that is identification and division of work, departmentalization, assignment of duties, establishing the reporting relationships. Okay. Next question. In which situation the divisional structure happens to be appropriate? Where the number of major products is more than one, where the size of the organization is quite large, both A and B were primary, only one product is sold. Divisional structure is used in those organizations which are kind of umbrella organizations. Hindustan Unilever Limited, it has got Ponds under it, it has got Dove under it. But for good amount of years as a kid, I used to feel that both the organizations are different. Both of them are selling moisturizing lotions, but they are selling it to different needs based for the people. So what they are doing is the organization is creating multiple products, and multiple products are sold in the market, creating a specialized need for the people, and ultimately they are encashing money. It comes from right pocket or left pocket. How does it matter? Right? So in this case, the correct answer is both A and B. Divisional structures are used when we have made different products and the organization is really very huge. So it would be C. Okay, so I hope you have been learning a lot about this particular topic. If you like this session, then please go ahead and share it among your peers. Okay? And at the same time, if you feel that you are looking forward to our courses, then it's the correct time, because our Parpack, our Mahapacks and every other topic, if I talk about it, the products which are available for double validity. Our Mahapacks is available on double validity, and the products are available at 81% discount. So if you're looking forward to it, the first thing that you need to do is look at the CAIIB Mahapack 2.0. Under the Mahapack 2.0, what do you exactly get? On this Mahapack, what are you getting is you are getting a course where you will be getting all the CAIIB subjects, all the 4 subjects plus all the optional subjects. You can choose which particular portion you want to cover. All the recordings of these particular subjects is available for you. Number 1, and if you're looking forward to it, we are also providing you mini marathons, 5+ hours, Maha marathons, practice hours, as well as every second and fourth Saturday we are also having our doubt sessions. These are additional, Now, other than this, we are also providing you, we were already providing mock tests, we were also providing case study based questions, we were providing the numerical as well as revision batches, case study batches, live classes as well as recorded classes with it, which are already done, and you will also get the revision batches which would be coming up later on. And at this point of time, it is available at double validity, 7367, that is 81% discount. So if you're looking forward to it, so kindly hurry up and check it out on our website or in our app. The offer will be ending soon. Thank you.